All right, Paul, Jackson, thank you both very much for your time. We're going to get started immediately here this evening, going straight to questions. Jeremiah, I saw you first. Your line should be good to go. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah, congrats on the result. Congrats on the goals. Do you guys remember the last time you scored in the same game?
I do.
Yeah, it was probably in the academy, right?
Yeah, I was quarterfinal of Academy playoffs with Wade Weber's team.
So that was like U17s or
Yeah, it was U18s quarterfinals against Crossfire. Actually, I got I think the first goal, and Jackson scored the winner in like the 119th minute off a set piece as well.
so I mean I guess a more legit question. What does a result like this do where you guys looked pretty flat in the first half, gave up some big chances, and then to be able to still get a result like that, what does that do for the just sort of the spirit of the team?
Yeah, it's big. I think to get a result when you didn't put the best 90-minute performance together, that's, I mean, that's what a great team does over the course of the season. I don't think we were terrible in the first half. I mean, we definitely weren't the best, but the goals ultimately came from just like unforced errors. And if those don't happen, then we'd probably go into half 0-0. Still probably not playing the best, but I don't think we gave up. I don't think we had the worst first half, but we definitely turned around for the second.
All right, next question will go over to Jada Evans. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Thanks. Jackson, I wanted to ask a little bit though about your goal. It kind of looked like a little bit of a karate kick. I don't know if that's technique or not, but can you talk a little bit about maybe what you were trying to do and about that scenario there?
Yeah, I mean, Albert put in perfect ball. I was just trying to get anything on the end of it and put it on target, and I didn't actually see where it ended up until people came over and started celebrating. So I need to go back and watch it. But I mean, Albert put it in perfect ball. I was just trying to get something on it, put it on frame.
Do you guys feel, because of the way that the first half went, that you were, do you feel lucky to have turned this around and been able to score and get the draw, or how do you kind of feel about the overall picture here?
I don't feel lucky. I think to echo what Jackson said a little bit earlier, I actually didn't think our first 20 minutes were that bad. The game is sort of going to plan a little bit. They obviously like to play those third man combinations through the midfield, and they weren't getting much on us until, we gave away some costly turnovers. But then I think it's a positive result for the team, the way we bounced back in the second half. I think we showed a lot of grit tonight. We showed a lot of character. That's a really hard thing to do in this type of weather, coming off a game over the weekend too. So I don't think it was a lucky result by any means. I think the team really put in a good effort, especially in the second half. We came together as a group. We were all pulling as one group. We had large spells of possession late in the game. So I think if anything, it was a well-deserved point on the road.
All right, we'll go over to Nico Moreno next. Nico, please go ahead.
Thanks, guys. Wanted to ask Paul, like, what is it about your game and the way you approach it that just makes you a guy that right now is up there when it comes to goals per minute, just because you just have a knack and a confidence in yourself to just be there at the right time, be opportunistic, whether it's, a poacher style, whether it's just coming in from wide, you just seems to have a knack for scoring.
I think that's a good question. I think I'm just trying to take things game by game right now, and I know that nothing's going to be given to me, and each game's going to be a new game. And that feeling of scoring a goal and getting wins with the team. I'm just chasing that feeling and trying to live off of that and trying to have fun in these moments. Um, these are things I've dreamed of since I'm a little kid, and I don't know how many opportunities I'm going to get given the way things pan out or whatever. So I'm just trying to take each opportunity I can, and I do think I'm an opportunistic guy when it comes to that sometimes. So often I'm at the back post, just expecting that it's going to come, hoping that it pops through. And I think my goal is another example of that. It's one of those where I just got a little bit of the edge on that guy to take that extra touch, and then obviously my first shot wasn't the best, but I was there and ready to follow it up too.
And I mean, you were just praised for your effort by Brian in front of everybody. You get another start, you get another goal. What was his messaging after this one? And maybe some of the guys that did they come out? Did they say anything about your performance today?
I think the message to the group was like a tale of two halves a little bit, and the effect that our body language can have with each other and in the game and with the fans. And I think the halftime talk really helped us. We came out firing early in the second half, um, and we were able to get that goal. But we got another one on Saturday, so uh, we can't get too high on ourselves right now. Let's see if we can pull out 7 points in the 3-game week.
All right, we'll go to Owen Murray next. Owen, please ask your question.
Thank you so much. Paul, can you talk a little bit more about what the atmosphere was like at halftime? Was it super quiet? Was it loud in there? Who was chatting?
Um, we still felt like we were in the game. We were all pretty tired, but I think everybody found a second gear. I think credit to Schmetz, like his halftime speech did help motivate us to get us going again. But the players came together too in the locker room, and then in our huddle before we came out for the second half of just like being more aggressive. We changed our shape, which I think really helped things. We went back to 4-2-3-1. And we knew that we just needed one, and then Houston were on our back heels, and that's what happened.
All right, next we're going over to Felipe Makeda. Felipe, go ahead and ask your question, please.
Thank you, Alex. Congratulations on the win, both of you, the whole team. My question is for Jackson. Jackson, it took a little time for you to score. We saw you and we see you every corner kick. You go up and try to always score a goal. And now that you score a goal, how do you feel? You're not a forward that leaves out of the goal, but you're a defender and you score and help the team to win this in this game. How do you feel?
Yeah, I think it's scoring is something that I really want to add to my game. Just scoring, I mean, not a ton, but at least a couple goals a year, because I think that'll make a big difference for, like tonight gets one more point for the team. So yeah, I think hopefully this will give me some confidence on set pieces to, keep scoring goals, because I think it's, I can be an aerial threat on this.
But do you feel that you guys, even though it was a tie, you feel that like you guys win the game? Because for many that I have talked to, I see in the social media, it feels like it, because you guys, you were 2-0 and then tied the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think coming back from 2-0, it feels positive, but I think we still could have won. But playing on the road in MLS is hard, so I think we'll take a point and be happy with it and move on to the next game.
Thank you.
Felipe, thanks. Jeremiah, did you have a follow-up?
Yeah. Paul, I don't know if you've watched the replay or not, or can you walk us through a little bit of the goal you scored? It looked like you had potentially Jordan next to you. Was there ever a thought of passing that off, or did it feel like you knew you were shooting it as soon as you sort of made that move around the defender?
To be honest, I didn't even see Jordan. My eyes were on goal at that point. I think walking through the play, can't remember exactly how it developed. I think like maybe knew who wins the ball and then finds me, and I'm dribbling forward. And at a couple moments in the previous game, where watching it back, I think I showed the ball a little bit too much to the defender, so I wanted to stay on the ball there and pick my moment. And as they got tight on me, Jordan showed well into like kind of the pocket there, and I found him, and he bounced to Josh. And Josh played a good ball through where the center back thought he might get it. And then as soon as I took that touch, I was thinking to shoot. And then my first finish wasn't great, but luckily it came right back to me. And similar to Jackson, I actually didn't even see the ball go in the net. I kind of just assumed that once I got it under his arm, it had gone in there. But yeah, I didn't see Jordan. I was looking at the goal.
Fair enough. Thank you.
All right, Jada, did you have a follow-up?
No, thanks.
All right, sounds good. Paul, Jackson, thank you both very much for your time. Safe travels home.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers.